This video talked about some ideas and concepts that I would like to highlight. The first of these are the stages of motor development. Reflexes are involuntary movements that are performed without conscious thought. The motor ones, such as grasping, are the basis for such later skills as writing. Pre-locomotor refers to all those skills that lead up to walking. So beginning by a baby raising his or her head and moving on to rolling and then creeping and crawling. Locomotor refers to walking. This is a process that children refine from taking a few steps and falling to finally having better balance and mastering the skill. Fundamental movement skills include running, jumping, hopping, pedaling, and climbing. These skills are hopefully mastered in early childhood, so by the time the child is about 7 years old, they can focus on specific skills, putting all the fundamental skills together and having the ability to participate in sports activities and other activities with young children. When you consider these stages of development, again, think about how the two different theories apply. You obviously have to be physically able and mature enough to master the skills in each stage, but then the benefit of mastering these skills will make children able and willing to explore their environment and interact with things and people to promote learning and socialization. In addition to thinking about stages of development, there are some other terms that are important to remember when thinking about physical development. It is important to remember patterns of development. Cephalocaudal means that development proceeds from head to toe. So children learn to control their head first, and then this development progresses down the body, can lift their head, roll using their trunk, and then start to use legs to stand. Proximodistal refers to development from near the center of the body to far, the arms and legs. So a child will have control over their trunk first, rolling, and then involve the arms and legs in crawling. Some other terms to just keep in mind when thinking about development include gross motor, fine motor, and sensory perceptual. Gross motor development involves looking at the large muscles of the body. This type of movement is what we see in active physical play. Moving around, running, jumping. Children need to use their large muscles every day. This is the type of activity that can help children stay healthy and help build muscles and reduce obesity. The development of fine motor skills is also very important. These are the skills that we need to grasp, write, draw, feed yourself, button, zip, tie your shoes. All those things that we do with our fingers and hands. Sensory perceptual development looks at all the information that you are taking in as you are moving around the environment and the things that you are learning as you explore, using your senses to discover the environment and practice motor skills. As you are thinking of motor skills that you can do with young children, remember to include all children in your plans. In Module 1, we talked about inclusion and the importance of including children of all abilities in the learning environment. All children can benefit from inclusive environments. A term to remember when thinking about inclusion is the concept of natural environments. This refers to typical environments where you find all young children. The library is certainly one of these settings. I have included a short video about inclusion and some resources for you to consider when thinking about inclusion and how you can make sure that all children feel welcomed in your program. Remember the child development principle that development and learning proceed at varying rates. This is so very important to think about when working with children and considering varying abilities.